Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And if you didn't start yet, y'all the village ones in it, I appreciate you anyway. Shout out to tonight's conversation. Shout out to tonight's conversation. Levels of infidelity. I covered these types of topics 3+4+ years ago, where I talked about the different levels of cheating. I'm not gonna go into all the details again. I already did that before. If I remember, I put the at the top and I put the link in the description so y'all can go ahead and watch that. But these are topics that I'm happy is constantly talked about and circulating. I've been talking about these videos, y'all. I've been talking about these topics in my videos for 3+5+ years now. So I'm happy that it's finally getting out. but I gotta give myself a pat on the back and y'all give me credit where it's due. Because again, like I said, I've been talking about these topics prior to it becoming the topic of discussion. I was talking about these topics, man. So I gotta big myself up. But let's get into this video, y'all.
Let me ask you a question, Kitty. Is it possible that a deal breaker for somebody in a marriage wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker for another person?
Yep.
And so, can we speak to people that maybe want to reconcile after infidelity?
Oh man, here we go. Okay. I guess, okay, we can go that way. Reconciliation after infidelity is possible. It's difficult. It's a great challenge, and the reason why is because somebody made a decision without the other person. That's the first thing, okay? There was some type of level of deceit and dishonesty and disrespect that took place. And in that moment, you prioritize your own needs. And because it is counted as a selfish act, and we know that when it comes to marriage, there's no such thing as being selfish because it destroys the foundation. Okay. So when you do that, this becomes a foundational issue. Now, it takes a lot of forgiveness after infidelity to recover from infidelity. But that becomes hard because now I have to grieve what I believed you to be. I have to grieve what I believe that relationship to be. I have to go through these levels of grief. I have to go through this emotional distress. Now my brain is in overdrive because the side of me that's trying to figure out why you did it is battling all of these emotions. Right. So now I'm anxious. I'm having panics. I'm doing all of that because the very person who was supposed to be my comfort and my safety was not. You are my source of betrayal. And I always talk about this. I always talk about partner betrayal because partner betrayal is so real. That's a different type of betrayal. Yeah. We're not talking about like your family or your friend betraying you. We're talking about somebody that you gave and you trusted to have your heart. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, it takes a lot of forgiveness, but then you have to start looking at yourself as well, and that's hard. You're already trying to believe that this person didn't do this because of a flaw that I have. But then you start comparing yourself to the person. Was I not good enough? Am I not worthy enough? Am I not lovable? Am I not desirable? Are you tired of me? And then it becomes a personal thing. And you can't even put the flashlight on that person because you're criticizing yourself. And then you start minimizing yourself just to be enough for that person. And you start pedestalizing that person. Then you start prioritizing what they need and you lose your identity. And that's what makes it hard when it comes to infidelity. But it's possible.
But
this is why Kitty is one of my favorite people on this panel. Shout out to Kitty Rose, man. When I tell y'all she with that damn hammer, I'm telling, beating that goddamn nail, beating the hell out of that damn nail. Nail ain't had no goddamn chance. Bro, when I tell y'all Kitty, bro, is a breath of fresh air. The fact that we don't have enough, first of all, just women in general, but the fact that we don't have enough black women like Kitty Rose, it's a goddamn shame. It should be a damn crime. You know what she should do? She should teach what do they call those classes for like little girls? God damn, bro, it's late. I can't even think, bro. I'm tired. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It's been a long. I done did damn 70+ hours this week. I'm tired as hell. Damn, bro, I forgot the damn name. Anyway, the class where they teach little girls how to be like, ladylike and all those up there, whatever. She used to teach those classes. Honestly, Kitty, and listen, just give me 10%. Give me 10% for give you this idea. But that's what she should do. Honestly, because she is a breath of fresh air when you listen to how she talk, her voice, her mannerisms, her characteristics, how she carries herself is always number one professional, but it's always respectful, feminine. Like that is like, there is no surprise as to why this young lady is damn married. No surprise. I'm not surprised. Women like her do not last long in the dating world. They get scooped up with the quickness. Do y'all hear? With the quickness. People are here like, no, man, the boys out there was like, man, no, I don't know who this girl is, but I'm marrying her. I already know what time it is. Everything she said was spot on, and things that I've been saying for years. It's not even a point. The part, it is obviously it's the part about cheating, but it's not just that. It's just the fact that I gave you something that I entrusted to you, and you betrayed me, my trust, my love, all those other things. Mentally, you are not in most cases able to bounce back from it, like she said, and like I say, which is the reasons why I say, fellas, the first level of forgiveness or getting over a person is to leave. Which is the reason why I named the number one episode. If I'm going to put it out of top, the number one episode of relationships, I named it Knowing When to Leave. Y'all think that was a goddamn coincidence? Y'all think I just did a random ass thing? No. That's one of the first things you have to know when you are about relationships in general, but when you are in a relationship. You lose who you are, like she said. You lose who you are, you become your partner. It's a difference, y'all, and the people that don't understand what I'm saying or what she's saying never truly been in a real relationship before. Never been in a real relationship before. And it shows. Let's keep going.
My bad. What if it was an accident?
It ain't no.
You know what?
No, but no. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
if you could be anything, if you could be anything in the world right now, be fucking for real. How is cheating ever an accident?
It can be an accident. What if it was?
No, but I can completely understand that because
watch this. Go ahead. Tell
I can completely understand accidents. I too fell on a dick on my way to work. Darn thing was just a wreck right there. I didn't know what to do.
No. What we're not going to act like, though, is that there's not levels. Like, I think that there is levels to infidelity. And if it wasn't, then why do we need all the details afterwards? Some people be like, tell me how.
I need to know if your lips was around her booty hole. I do need to know some details.
So I think for me, the severity of it, the level of disrespect that was attached to it, like it's already a disrespectful thing, but if you didn't care enough about me to be discreet, you didn't care enough about me to wear protection, those things matter to me. So what I'm saying is when I think about infidelity and whether or not this is something I can proceed in a relationship with, those type of details will matter. How long did this go on? How did it start? Is there an emotional connection there? Or was this a drunken night at a club? Now, again, cheating by itself is already a disrespectful act, but I would need to know the details to know whether or not it's a deal breaker for me or not.
And that's fair. That's fair, and I'll tell you why. It's fair because, again, I've said it so many times, there is different levels of cheating, right? There's a difference between, let me give you a scenario before I get to the second video. I think there's a second video, right? Let me see. Yeah, part two. Okay, yeah. So before we get to the second video, y'all, there's different levels. There's a difference between having a one-night stand with a random chick that you met, or chick or man, whatever you're interested in. A one-night stand, having a one-night stand and a random person that you met at a goddamn bar. Like, you know what I mean? You went out to the bar, like, fellas, y'all know what time it is. Like, fellas, you go to the bar with the homies, you out there chilling, and you see a badass little waitress, and she just giving you crazy choosing signals. So you take it to the bathroom and you handle that. That's cheating if you're in a relationship. But it's also cheating if you meet someone, right? Like you met someone at a Walmart or Whole Foods or whatever the case may be, You exchange contact information. You start texting each other, phone calls, meetups, breakfast, lunch, or brunches, or dinners, or coffee dates, whatever the case may be. Then you guys go ahead and sleep with each other and stuff like that. And then that's been going on for 6 months. Both is considered cheating, but which one is more disrespectful? Which one would you prefer? Which one would you forgive? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, both of it is still infidelity. It's still cheating, but there's different levels. In my opinion, I will prefer the one night stand. Because the one night stand is kind of like, all right, one and done. You got caught up in the moment. You had one too many shots of liquor or whatever the case you was drinking or smoking in you, and you just so happen to see a bad chick or a handsome fellow, whatever the case may be, and you had to handle that. Cool. Compared to it being an emotional tie to someone, texting, dating, all those other things. Because you already know what time when you start hanging around people for too damn long, what tends, especially somebody that you're dating, what tends to happen? You start pillow talking. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. It's levels. Again, y'all. Please, I'm gonna make sure to put that video link in the description so y'all can go ahead and watch it. But I break it down. I think it's like a 20-minute video. I can't remember, 23 minutes. But I break it down vividly, the best way that I could. And honestly, all around, I believe it's probably some of my best bodies of work. A lot of my older videos, man, like that's more scripted where like, I just start doing reactions. But a lot of my older videos were things that I are scripted, things that I wrote and typed down and typed it out. You know what I'm saying? I was in college back then, so I was at like the peak of my typing and prime years of writing. You know what I mean? So a lot of that is like scripts, things that I was following. And that's how I was able to jot my stuff down. And then I saved them all because I was planning on writing a book. And then that kind of fell through with the publishers and all those other things. So it is what it is. Whatever. That's the top one another day. But let's get into this video, y'all. Let's get into this last part.
For me or not.
So we was at the bar. I got drunk after an argument with you, and I got the best dicking of my life. But because I was drunk, you're willing to accept that?
Now,
because there's levels to it, and that's the bottom level, right? That's the little level.
The difference is, let's go to this. Your question was whether I would accept it. I'm not accepting the act or the behaviors. What I'm saying is there are certain relationships where we've been together so long, I can say that this is truly out of your character. And if I don't think that this is out of your if I think this is out of your character, then I might be more apt to see what the situations were, what led to this, and then I would be like, okay, it's not likely, or we have a path to fix these things so certain things like this don't happen again. However, a lot of times it's not out of that person's character. Matter of fact, the reason you found out he or she was cheating because they were suspicious as fuck in the beginning. And so I just think it's levels. I hate using the word deal breaker because there are certain people that's been married 15 years and otherwise there's been it's more reasons to stay and work it out than it is to leave. Deal breaker means it happens. We're not even trying to fix this shit. I'm walking away. And I don't necessarily believe that that's everybody's truth, although it's some. What's your
He didn't answer the question, but but shout out to him, man. Shout out to tonight's conversation. I'm telling y'all, man. Like these are some of the conversations I wanted to attend. I believe they're still coming, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I'll check it, but I believe they're coming down. Literally outside my backyard, man. In Miami, I would love to go to. I would love to go to them and just to watch them. And just to watch them live and in person, all that good stuff, man, and try to maybe meet the cast or the panel, whatever y'all want to call it. But yeah, man, there is levels of cheating. There's different levels of cheating. I believe, if I remember correctly, I talked about 3 or 4 different levels of cheating, as far as like the emotional, as far as the physical, as far as this, as far as that. And it just boils down to which one do you believe is more acceptable? Which one do you think that you can forgive yourself or forgive, not yourself. You will be able to forgive more of your significant other because things happen. I say this all the time. Unfortunately, guys, cheating is now a part. I shouldn't even say now. Cheating has always been a part of relationships. Hell, my damn granddaddy and my grandma, broke up years ago, after my grandma found out my granddaddy was cheating. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Cheating has always been a part of relationships. It will never go away. It will always be here. Really what it boiled down to is some of the things that he was saying at the end of it. Is this relationship worth fighting for? Because I don't want to go back out here in this dating world. I don't want to start over asking what's your favorite color and all that other dumbass. I don't care to do that. I don't want to do it. That's the reason why I said this is my last, this is my last go round, my last relationship. I'm done after this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so that's really what it boiled down to. But honestly, man, shout out to tonight's conversation. Shout out to them, y'all. Please download that app. That app is crazy. They got so many great topics, videos, conversations that needs to be had. First of all, in just the dating world in general, but also in the Black community. So shout out to them. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, be safe for Erica.